Good day, everybody, children of Israel, and everybody serious about heavenly stuff. I want to remind you now, we are nearing the trumpets, the Feast of Trumpets, okay? The law was never done away with, so we still have to do these things, okay? So I'm reminding you now, in 4 days' time, just 4 days' time, we're going to have the Feast of Trumpets, okay? Feast of Trumpets, I'm going to show you what we're supposed to be doing there, just as a reminder, because I've got a video out there already showing you what we're supposed to be doing in all them feasts. So in that video, I'm covering all them feasts. Now, this one is just a reminder, because now we're nearing the feast in the 7th month, the first feast in the 7th month, which is October. Okay, so October 1st is the trumpets. Okay, so we are nearing October 1st. Now remember, our Father, so NiNi, the beginning of the following day, excuse me, is on the evening of the previous day. Okay, so as the evening of the 30th, September 30th, the evening is the beginning of the following day, is the 1st October. So the October 1st, which is the trumpets, it's actually as the sun goes down. When the sun goes down on the September 30th, that means it's the beginning of the October 1st. Okay, I hope you all understand that part, because you can even look at Genesis and everything. When our Father created, as the sun goes down, that was the beginning of the following day. Okay, so we still follow the same fashion. Not the pagan 12 of midnight, we don't use that time. We use this Creator's one, okay, which is the sun go down, that's the beginning of the following day. Okay, so it's September 30th, sunset. That's the beginning of October 1st. That's your trumpet. So this video here is a reminder that we're having the Feast of Trumpets this coming Saturday. Okay, September, as the sun goes down. Okay, I think it goes down on the feast. You can check the calendar. I didn't check the calendar, but I know September 30th. September ends on the 30th. So sun goes down. That's the beginning of the 1st. So y'all must remember that. That is a Sabbath day for y'all. And you have to remember it's the trumpets. Now, what is the trumpets for? Let's look at what the scripture says. Leviticus, we go back to Leviticus. Leviticus says we have to blow trumpets. That's all. It's to make some noise day for them children of Israel. Okay? That's all we're doing in there. Blowing them trumpets. Let's go to the verses and see what it says. Leviticus 23:24. Speak to the children of Israel. Okay, saying, in the 7th month, on the first day of the month, okay, which is now that October 1st, 7th month is October, okay, if you know that April is the 1st month, okay, now 7th month, October, you have a rest, okay, a remembrance of the blowing of trumpets, a set apart gathering, okay, it's a Sabbath day. And it is called a blowing of trumpets, a trumpets day, all right? So it's more like a day to know who is who, which are the children of Israel. So where I'm at now, if I hear a trumpet down the road, down the street, then I know there's a children of Israel down there, because we are all scattered now, right? Not everybody. There's a whole lot of Judas in the southern part of Africa going towards the north, towards Ethiopia. There's other 12 tribes. So they're still there. I'm talking about the other ones that are still out in there. I mean, be it you went to job or your family relocated or whatever reason, you're in captivity and you never came back when the captivity was over. Nobody's a slave anymore now. I hear people talking about, hey, we still in captivity. Nobody's a slave. You can come back if you want to, okay? You're not in captivity. So wherever you are, I'm not in Africa as well, so I'm one of those out there. So if you are sitting out here and we hear trumpet blowing somewhere, then we know there's our brothers and sisters, there's our Bantu who know, because they will be there, of course, but a lot of them don't know. So if you blow the trumpets, the purpose of the trumpets is for us to know each other. It's a sounding alarm. So in the camp, back in the days when this was put as a law, the first step, they were told to do it. It's a remembrance of blowing the trumpet. They were told to blow the trumpets. You know, so in the trumpets, the walls of Jericho went down because of the same blowing of trumpets. So we blow the trumpets. So they used to blow the trumpets in the day on October 1st, the 7th month first. They didn't call it October. They just called it 7th month. Go on the 7th month, the first day of the 7th month, they blow the trumpet so the whole camp know what time it is. Okay, that is the beginning of the 7th month. Then they know, then they gotta count the 10 days, and then the fasting, and then after that 4 days, and then it's 7 is the booth. All right, but I'm gonna go again in details for those people who just probably didn't watch my other video about Bantu Original Feast. That's it. That's the name of it. It's here on YouTube, called Bantu Original Feast. Okay, I'm covering everything from the first feast up to the last one. So, but now I'm just reminding you about the 7th month feast. Okay, and the purpose of these trumpets, I must repeat again, is to tell everybody what time it is. Now, remember, our last feast was in the fall. It was in April. I mean, that was a long time ago. Okay, so a whole lot of people lost track and counting, but there are some elders and some people who are keeping track. One or two few minutes, it's not the whole village that used to be keeping track. But at some point, when we hear in the camp now, that's our forefathers, when they hear the trumpets, then they know, oh, it's the 7th month. Okay, that's telling them what time it is. Because not everybody was keeping track of this is where, the last feast was October, was the first month, which was a long time, and now it's the 7th month. Now, ain't nobody be keeping every day, this is the first month, this is the date, unless the elders and leaders, okay, who are now going to be the ones blowing them trumpets, reminding everybody, pick up your trumpets, people, and start blowing, because it's the time for the trumpets right now, okay? So now, that's what it is. I'm reminding y'all, October 1st, we are nearing the trumpets, Feast of Trumpets. Now, let's read word for word what the Bible is saying, what Scripture is saying, okay? Leviticus 24, tell the children of Israel, okay? In the 7th month, on the first day, you have a rest, a remembrance of blowing of trumpets, a set apart gathering. That means it's a Sabbath, okay? Sabbath, okay? So now, Leviticus 23-27, that follows there. So, look at the timeline that I put in the bottom there. Okay, that timeline is showing you what's supposed to be happening. You can read the text word for word up there. I just read the first one because that's the one I'm focusing on right now. Because it's the one that's nearing, okay? The subsequent ones from there is after the trumpets, which is October 1st. On the 10th, October 10th is the atonement. That's all we do is fasting on that day. 1 day fasting, okay? Spiritual cleansing. Okay, you need that. You really need that spiritual cleansing. It's not even just about, these things are not feasts. These things are beneficial for us. Imagine if we all knew each other. We knew who are the children of Israel, and we knew that we are all children of Israel, okay? Because this is a reminder and an awareness creation so that everybody know who they are. Okay, by that trumpets. And if somebody don't understand what's this trumpets doing, why are these people making noise, somebody else going to explain to them, no, this is a children of, oh, is it? And then they can try to find out, because everybody want to be children of Israel. Okay, so if you hear something ringing out down there, you will try to find out. If you don't know yet, you are the children of Israel. Okay, so these trumpets, imagine now if everybody was, blowing them trumpets, keeping these feasts are just not done away with. It's not just rituals. It's stuff that is good for us, reminding us, keeping us in check, it's beneficial for us. So after trumpets, on the 10th, that means now evening of the 9th. Okay, when the sun goes down on the 9th, that's the beginning of the 10th. So October 10th, atonement. That's all we do is fasting, okay? 1 day. And then we wait for 4 days. Now, on the evening, on October 15th, on the 15th day of October, look at there, 23, 24, I bolded the parts that are important, like the ones that gotta be, highlighted on your face. On the 15th day, which means October 15th, okay, which is October 14th, sun go down, that's the beginning of the 15th, right? We don't use 12 midnight thing. So, that's the start of the 7-day booth, right? That's when, now in the olden days, when the forefathers and in the camp, they used to go off site and stay there for 7 days with So NiNi in their midst. Okay, they won't see him, they won't all see him. In the first, probably in the beginning times, you Aaron and them, they used to see him. But he was not seen, nobody saw him. But we knew that he's around us, he would eat with them in the camps. So they still carried on because So NiNi gave this as a law, as a rule. Leviticus was given as a rule, okay, that this is supposed to be done 4 generations throughout forever, okay, forever. Not until the Romans abolish. No, don't listen to Romans, don't listen to pagan telling you stop doing it. If the NiNi didn't come back, or the Savior, his son, come back and say, you have to stop this, no, then you got to just carry on doing it, okay? 15th day, that's the 7th day booth. Look at the timelines. I try to summarize it so easy for you, so you can actually see. And then if you want to really verify and understand it a little bit more, read the text. The text up there, Leviticus 23, 34. Speak to Israel saying, on the 15th day of the 7th month is the festival of booth. That's what I'm showing you there. 15th day is the 7th day booth. All right. Now on that first day of the booth is Sabbath. You do not work, you do nothing on the first day of so that means October 15th, you keep it as a Sabbath day. But then 16, 17, 18, it's not Sabbath. You can barbecue, grill over there, you can do, but you are off site, you are still with So NiNi over there. Okay? But then on the seventh day, on the seventh, so it's first day is the Sabbath day, okay? And then you gotta complete the 7 days, all right? And then on the 8th day, then you keep it as you use it as a Sabbath day. All right, it's a set apart gathering. So the first day and the day after you finish is the Sabbath day. You can read the Leviticus 23:35, right? So this is so simple. I mean, a whole lot of people go to college and get degrees, but they don't want to even read this kind of stuff. It's just simple and saves your life. It saves your life, because if you are not doing this kind of stuff, you get lost. And the beast system captures you, and you are in the beast system, you are lost. There's no way you can make any way closer to heaven if you are captured by the beast system, right? Because the next thing they're going to be lying to you and talking about these laws are not supposed to be done, they're done away with, nailed on the cross, whatever the reason they be telling you, okay, which is a lie. Right? I'm telling you right now, it's a lie. None of these laws are abolished. The only thing we have is limitation. Okay, because we don't have a temple to bring the stuff. We don't have this and that to do. We are restricted. We are not allowed to camp in our home. Some can, some cannot. You know, the whole lot of things that they've put in place to make it hard for y'all to honor your Father, the creator of the everything. I mean, how powerful is that? Your Father created everything. Imagine that. And I mean, all you got is just honor him, okay? And he'll make sure you're protected. I mean, look at what's happening out there. The only protection, I repeat now, your only protection is your Father. There is nothing you can do. You cannot fight these people. Excuse me. They'll keep shooting all them black people they want to shoot. They'll create all these natural disasters, and they'll keep doing it. You can't stop them. I mean, you can go protesting, Black Lives Matter, which is good. I'm not against any of that. It's showing that people are not happy about what's going on. We all are not happy. But to defeat that, because now it's a speed hump, what are you going to do about it? Protest? They don't care. Excuse me. They don't care. You can do anything. But whatever you do physically is not going to go nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. It's not going to work. Your Father is the only one who can defeat these people. No physical yelling, trying to go around shooting them white people. I'm going to chase them white people. All of them are... No. That's not going to work. What will work is call on your Father. Because the same Father might have forgiven some white people, because he created them. He didn't form them. I must make that clear. He didn't form them. He created them, the spiritual being. But then the formation is not him. Okay, the Bible is clear about that. Okay, so you don't know. There were angels before. There were servants in heaven. You can see how white people are. They have a serving spirit. That's what they were created. There were angels in heaven, messengers, serving in there. But then they started thinking they're better than the brown-skinned people in there. They're all that. They got fired, okay? When they got fired, they came here on earth, and the devil gave them a formed them, gave them the skin that they're wearing right now. So what if NiNi decides, okay, fine, he's going to forgive those few white people who are doing good, and then make them serve again, messengers, serve. Those white people who are willing to serve again, serve a black man again. He might forgive them. You don't know. So you don't want to just shoot every white person. Hey, you don't know. All these white people are racist. No. But the children of Israel are brown people. Clear. That's clear. That one is clear. So you have to focus on your Father. Don't focus on them white people, they are the devils. They are. Focus on your own salvation, okay? Your own salvation. You have to make sure you understand all them feasts. You're doing your part. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, okay? What you're supposed to be doing right now is to prepare for the feast, the trumpets feast that's coming, okay? And these trumpets are not even loud. You can listen to this video right here. This sound is not loud at all. I mean, let me keep quiet a little bit so you can hear how these trumpets sound like. You hear? It's not loud at all. Not loud at all. And anyone can stand that noise. I mean, these people are blowing this thing literally in somebody's ear. But it's not noise, because when NiNi created us, he adjusted us to that kind of noise, because he knew that kind of noise, he's going to use it for us to use, to blow it. He wouldn't create something that's going to be a nerve in our head. No, he wouldn't do that. So he created that trumpet. So people in the southern part of Africa, the Judah, where the Judas is, they're still blowing those trumpets when they show that they're celebrating, like a crowd thing to show they're celebrating, or they still do the same thing, blowing them trumpets. Same thing. So why don't we carry on doing that? What NiNi said we gotta be doing. Gave us that we're gonna be blowing. We're blowing this on October 1st. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We do that. Even kids can blow these trumpets. That's how simple it is. So easy to blow this stuff. You don't need to have big lungs and strong muscle. You can just blow it. It's so simple. You can find a YouTube video that's tutoring you how to blow this thing. You don't need to use any energy. I've done it before. I've tried it. Okay, so it's so simple. Now, after this trumpets is that atonement. Let me know. The atonement, what you do in that atonement day is 1 day fasting. That's all you do. 1 day fasting. Boom. Clean, simple. Nothing else you're doing. So after that, 4 days. No, so there's nothing else you do. For 4 days, it's a break. And then after 4 days, that's now the beginning of the 7th day. So now in this 7th day, you all gotta, now the ideal way of doing this is to go out and camp, okay? And camp, because that's what our forefathers were told to do, and they were doing. They would camp out there to have a moment with NiNi, because NiNi is not going to be in a house, house with electricity and stuff. He's going to be out there with his sunlight, his nature. You sit and watch sunset. So you go there and go camp off-site. Not in your, that's the ideal way now. Ideally, you go do that. That's for 7 days. Pick up your kids, if you got kids, family, husband. Pick them up, get everybody in the car. You drive, you go out to camp, okay? Off-site, in the wilderness. So you are with nature. You're one with nature. NiNi is going to be there too, okay? But if you can't do that, for whatever reason, people's situation different. For whatever reason, you can look for an alternative, but something that shows you have a 7-day thing that you're putting separate. Okay, you recognize that the 7 days is a booth, is something that can be done. Okay, it's an offsite camping. Some people call it tabernacles. The faith Jews call it tabernacles. Sometimes they call it booths. But the fact is, it's 7 days offsite. Okay, so now, some suggestions. I'm just giving out suggestions, okay? Your situation is different. You know what can work for you. But the point is, you have to use that 7 days as a sleep somewhere else, okay? So sleep over in the wilderness. Just treat it like that, okay? So sleep over at NiNi's area, okay? I don't know how best to call it, but that's what it is, okay? So you can be one with your creator, right? Now, this is some suggestions that I might have for you. If you can't go camping, you can try your backyard. How about that? Okay, you can try, put your tent and everything just for 7 days. Okay, sleep out in the backyard. This would be fun even. Especially if you got family, something different for 7 days. You out there, literally staying in your backyard. You can come in the house, of course, shower and whatever, but then you sleep in the backyard. When it's time to sleep, you sleep in the backyard. That's what it is. Okay, because you don't have anything else to, you don't have facilities to go off-site. Okay, if you can, do that. Or if you can't even do that, the camping in the backyard, I'm suggesting, this is not law, I'm just suggesting, okay? It's not something that I'm saying is going to be acceptable by NiNi, because anyway, even if you go offsite right now, the chances are you're going to some land that is fallen, there's graves under there. Pagans have really messed up this earth. Okay, they've really messed up this earth. So there's nothing, it's just a gesture. Okay, it's just a gesture. So there's nothing that can be perfect, because NiNi wants perfection. There's nothing that's going to be perfect. So, but then you're just trying to do your part in case whenever the new earth comes, then you already in tune, you're obedient, you're used to this thing. Because so it's obedience too. You're showing obedience, right? So now here's another suggestion. So you can sleep in a separate room. If you can't camp nowhere, backyard, off-site, try your room. Try sleeping in a separate room. So if you got, whatever, how many bedrooms you got, sleep in a separate one. Kids get into sleeping. Just do something different. Okay, something different that moves you out from your, wherever you are. Go somewhere else. But that shouldn't suffer. You mustn't suffer. Whatever you're doing, it mustn't cause you to suffer. Okay? If you're going to suffer, then just be where you are. But in your mental, in your mind, acknowledge that you got the 7 days right here going on. Okay? It's the 7 days for you. Even if you're not physically doing anything because you can't, then you acknowledge it in your mind. Right? But this is not a normal day. Not to be ignored. Okay, you can't ignore it. All right, and then what happens after 7 days? No, so now you remember on the first day of that 7 day, which is now October 15th. All you do is make sure that is Sabbath day. You know what you do in Sabbath day? Keep seventh day holy. You do that every week on the seventh day. So you already know. I mean, you're used to what Sabbath day happens. So you do Sabbath day on that first day. Anyway, it's already going to be on the seventh day. Okay, so which is good. So and that means it's going to be on Saturday. So so after the 7th day is over, you come back on the 8th day. Now when you come back, because now you got to finish and sleep on that 7th day. Now when the 7th day is over, that means the 8th day. When the sunset goes down on the October 21st, that's the end of the 7th day. So that's the beginning of the October 22nd, which is now the end, the 8th day. So on the 8th day is the closing festival. So y'all do barbecue grill, it's a closing festival. All right, that's what you do. So, I mean, we were supposed to bring offering made by fire to Sun and so all we can do now, right now, is just a barbecue grill. Okay, I mean, that's the best we can do. So that's what I'm trying to remind you all now, is to remember that we are nearing these 3 major feasts. These are the last feasts according to Bantu culture, according to NiNi, the creator, what he gave us. Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, repeat the same thing. So we're supposed to be keeping the amount. Remember that if we don't do stuff that we're supposed to be doing, we are going to be judged. What do you think that judgment is talking about? It's not just judging sinners. No. How you judge a sinner who's already, So you don't judge somebody who's already. It's going to judge y'all born again. People who are walking around talking about they're born again. They save any heart. Those kind of people are the ones that are going to be judged, because you can't be doing wrong things. If you're not born again, you can't even make it nowhere, because you're already discounted. You're not in his book of life. If you're born again, your name is there. But then you can blot it out by what you're doing, disobedience, disregarding certain stuff, and falling away. Then you get judged. Okay? So you all need to remember that October 1st is here, 4 days time. Bye.